Hey, what's going on, crew? It's your boy Serrano. Today we're going to take a look at the history of the LG Stylo series and where it came from, dating all the way back from the Note 3 to the Vista to the Vista 2, all the way going to the original G Stylo, which came out for pretty much all the carriers. All of these phones were pretty much branded with all the major carriers. You can see um, most of the earlier ones had removable batteries in the back. All of these phones had styluses. This is the original G Stylo, which was probably one of the most legendary devices. This one was my favorite of all time right here, and my first stylo. But we're gonna go over the history of the stylo and where how this phone came about, why it's so popular, and all the way up to the Stylo 5 today. And I'm just going to go through all of the key specifications that you actually need to know. But the 3 Plus right here, as you can see, was probably a really fan favorite. Then this is when everybody started to hate on the Stylo series right here with the 4. I actually still like the 4, but let's start off with the Vista. Now, the LG G Vista was released in 2014 in August, and it had a 5.7-inch 720 by 1280 screen with 4.42 KitKat and a 1.2 400 Snapdragon. Now, when we go to the Vista 2, it is released in 2015, and it has a Snapdragon 617 with a 1080 display, 5.7 inches, and it also did have auto laser focus. So now when we go to the original G Stylo, you can see that this one was actually really popular, and it had a 1.2 Snapdragon quad processor. Then we go to the LG Stylo 2, which was released in 2016. It had a 410 Snapdragon processor with a 5.7 720-inch display. And then we're going to the Stylo 2 Plus, which is probably one of my favorites. Now this is a 720 display. You also can see you're going to be able to have a 1.2 octa-core and 1.4 octa-core processor, and depending on what region you got it from. Now they did have a Stylus series, not Stylo, Stylus, which was international, which did have 1080 display with 3 gigabytes of RAM, but we in the Americas got the lower variant. So that's what's pretty much interesting. Now we can see right here the Stylo 3, 5.7 inches, and you do get the 720 display this time. This one was released for Cricket, and it had a 1.4 processor, 435 Snapdragon processor. Then the Stylo 3 Plus came out, and that was in 2017 in May, and it had a 5.7 inch. So they all had 5.7 inches. This one was released at Nougat with a 1.4 gigahertz 435 Snapdragon. And that brings us to the LG Stylo 4 right now, which we're using, which has the 450 Snapdragon with a 1080 display and a 6.2 inch display. So they actually increased the size dramatically. But now we're all the way up to the Stylo 5, which is released, and it actually pretty much has identical specs to the LG Stylo 4, with the exception of the new software release of Android 9.0 Pie. But I'm still waiting for the LG Stylo 5 Plus to be released. We're gonna go ahead and see if that device is worth getting. But thank you for checking out the history and how the LG Stylo series came about. It's your boy Serrano. Thank you for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for more videos just like this. Make sure you hit the bell and subscribe and get notified for more videos just like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. But in the meantime, I appreciate every last one of you. You guys are the real MVPs, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later, crew. Peace.